Hello guys, this is me, Daniel96 back here for another video, and today we'll be making our round 14 tips of the 2024 AFL season. So yes, round 13 has finished, and yeah, a lot of upsets and a lot of bad tips that we made. In particularly the first half of tips we didn't do quite well, but then towards the end we kind of got there. So yeah, we did get 4 out of 8 tips correct in this round. Starting with this game, Adelaide, I don't know how they lost this one. I mean, this is a game that they should have won. The Bulldogs unlucky, Brisbane looking good, and Hawthorn with another win. I keep calling it, they are just getting the wins. Down here, and yeah, West Coast, again, don't know how they lost. They could have done better, they were definitely inaccurate. St Kilda, I mean, it's a win, but like, it was very controversial. Sydney look unstoppable, Carlton are looking powerful, and down here Collingwood with another easy win, in Melbourne in really big trouble. And you can see the margins of the game, the predicted versus actual, and overall it was definitely better than last week, but yeah, definitely some improvements that could be made. Overall, yeah, very challenging round. Yeah, don't know what more to say, so yeah, let's head over straight towards round 14. And so here we are, round 14. No Thursday night, sadly, which kind of sucks. I don't know why there's no more Thursday night footy. That was one of the best time slots. And yeah, there's only 6 games here in this round, with Carlton, Essendon, Gold Coast, Geelong, Melbourne and West Coast having their bye. But going up here, let's have a look at our first game that we're going to review here. And yeah, this one is going to be interesting. It's between Brisbane and St Kilda, playing at the Gabba in the Friday night clash, and a lot is riding in this game. Now first of all, Brisbane sit 13th and St Kilda sit 14th, but overall I think both of these teams have been much different in terms of how the season has been going. Starting with Brisbane, I mean, great win on the road. I didn't expect that. I thought they were definitely going to lose, but yeah, they got themselves back, and yeah, in the past 5 games they got 3 wins and a draw. So yeah, yes, they are starting to come back here. They are starting to make their way up. As for the Saints, another big win against Gold Coast. They just had to get that win, and they did. It was definitely not convincing, but yeah, again, the low scoring games, it always happens with the Saints. It's not as entertaining. But now they have to head over to the Gabba, and I think this game will be much different. Brisbane back on home soil. They had some trouble early in the year at home, but I think they're starting to get the hang of it. They are starting to find their best footy, and it's definitely at the Gabba. And with the Saints, the way their season's going, it's going to be hard to see them score high in this game. So it might be a low scoring game. But I just think in this game that Brisbane get over the line in this one. I think this will be a dominant win, I reckon. I am tipping Brisbane for this one to get things started in this video. I am predicting the margin to be 37 points. And I'm rating this game at 76. Looking down here, and this game I think is really massive. I think this will be the game of the round for sure. Yeah, this one's massive, and it's on a Saturday afternoon. It's between the Western Bulldogs up against Fremantle. Yeah, this is massive. I think this game is just massive in the context of the season. I mean, Fremantle, they had a bye last week, but they defeated Melbourne by 92 points. 92 points, and yeah, that was just unbelievable. I mean, they are in the top 8 at the moment. And as for the Bulldogs, they got lots of potential. They are just very unpredictable though. Sometimes they pull off a crazy good game. Another game they might just slack off a bit. And yeah, this is just really unpredictable. Especially both of these teams. Yeah, I could see Fremantle winning this one. I could see the Bulldogs winning this one. It's definitely going to be the hardest one to tip, I reckon. But yeah, if the Bulldogs win, then they'll be in the 8 for now. And if Fremantle win, they could go, I think, in the top 4 for the time being, or even third. I think even third, as I'm looking at the ladder now. So yeah, this has a lot of consequences in this game, and yeah, this one was definitely hard to tip. But most tips are going towards the Bulldogs. I am going to tip towards the outlier here. I'm going to tip Fremantle for this game. It's definitely going to be a close one, I reckon. It's definitely going to be a challenging game for both of these teams. And yeah, I could see both teams winning this one. But I have decided to go with Fremantle with this one to win by 12 points. And I'm rating this game a 91. Now just looking down here, and yeah, we have another big game. This one has high stakes, and this one is now going to be exciting considering Richmond won the previous game. And yes, it's between Richmond and Hawthorn playing at the G for the Saturday twilight game. And yeah, this one is going to be massive. It's Dustin Martin's 300, and yeah, that is a massive milestone. And I feel like it was a good decision not to play him last week because yeah, definitely sets up for this game. I mean, perfect circumstances. Richmond on the road, they've had a great win. I was really surprised, and I mean, in the past 3 games, they've been quite competitive. So yeah, it's been some good signs for them despite the injuries. Whereas Hawthorn, I mean, whoa, they are really starting to take shape here, and they are closing in towards the A. They are really good, really good. They beat the Giants at Launceston, and yeah, it was a great game. Some say it's controversial, but yeah, they did get the 4 points, and yeah, now they play in Melbourne once again, and I think this will be, yeah, definitely a close game. Could Richmond pull off an upset? I think they could. I think with the home crowd there, they could definitely produce something, some competitiveness, and yeah, I think this is a big test for Hawthorn. I mean, can they get another win? And if they can, they will definitely close in towards the A, and that will be really interesting to see what happens later on in the year. So yeah, to put it simply, I think this will be a close game, but I think Hawthorn will get over the line in this game in Dustin Martin's 300th. And yeah, I'm predicting the margin to be 15 points, and I'm rating this game an 88. Now looking down at the Saturday night game, and yeah, this one will be another really interesting game, I reckon. Just in the context of this season, but yeah, it's between Adelaide versus Sydney, playing at the Adelaide Oval, and what is a massive game for both of these teams. I mean, let's start with the Crows. Yeah, they've been disappointing this season. I mean, even at home, they've had some trouble, and yeah, they couldn't beat Richmond, and overall, they just can't win the close games. And as for Sydney, they've been unstoppable. I don't know, I still question how they lost in round 3 against Richmond, but doesn't matter. They are sitting top, and they're not just sitting top, they're just sitting comfortably up there. They are not gonna drop down whatsoever. I mean, Carlton, who are second, would have to win 3 games while Sydney have to lose 3, and that just seems way too hard. But this game is interesting because we know what happened last year with the controversy that led to Adelaide missing the finals. Yeah, so they face again, and this, I don't know, I think something will stir up here. I think this will produce some contest. Feeling like we got a game here. I think this won't be some easy win to Sydney. I think this will be a pretty close one, and I think it'll be a tight battle. If Adelaide produced this win, then that would be absolutely remarkable. But yeah, it's just going to be absolutely hard to see them win. I mean, they are at home, so that's their only advantage. They will get a crowd there, and they will get some support. And well, Sydney, well, they're traveling, but they travel well, and yeah, it's just at the moment hard to see Sydney lose this one. So yeah, to put it simply, I think Sydney will get the win by 22 points, and I'm rating this game an 84. I think something will happen in this game. Now going down towards the Sunday fixtures, and there's only 2 games due to the byes, but some interesting ones. Well, this first one for sure. I mean, North Melbourne versus Collingwood at Marvel Stadium in the Sunday afternoon game. Yeah, as you can see, the tips are sort of one-sided. Now, but overall, let's start with North. I mean, they finally got a win. I mean, I didn't see that coming. I thought that if they lost that game against West Coast, then they weren't going to get a win at all this season. But they did. And yeah, I guess that just helps. They have been waiting a long time for a win, and they definitely got it. And yeah, another controversial game, but I mean, yeah, you got to give them the win. And yeah, they did not too bad. Whereas Collingwood, they won their game against Melbourne in the King's birthday match, and yeah, it was definitely, yeah, I thought the game was more one-sided. I mean, Collingwood were just kicking really accurately, whereas Melbourne were just missing a lot. Yeah, I think this game would just be interesting to watch, just to see what happens. I mean, yeah, we've seen lots happen this season, so anything can really happen. But yeah, I think this one is Collingwood's to lose. So yeah, it would have to be Collingwood that gets the win, and I think it'll be a convincing win considering how they play. I think North will put in a fight, but yeah, I think it'll just be Collingwood's way. It's just, yeah, it's just gonna be hard to see North win. And yeah, we've just seen that throughout the season and the past few years. So yeah, this one's a simple tip. I'm going to go Collingwood to get the win by 49 points. And I'm rating this game as 67. Now heading to the last game, and I think this one's massive. This one is going to be really interesting. And a good way to end the round is between the GWS Giants up against Port Adelaide, playing at Giants Stadium. And yeah, this one has something. Starting with the Giants, yeah, disappointing loss last game against the Hawks. It was definitely going to be a tough task, but yeah, they didn't get there in the end. They only lost by a goal though, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, now they head home and face Port Adelaide, who had a bye last week. And honestly, I don't know how Port still sit in the top 4. I mean, they did have a loss last game against Carlton, but they still sit there. Which just shows that there's been many upsets before this game. I mean, we saw it in the last round and the previous round. So yeah, they still sit there. They'll probably drop out after these games are played. So yeah, this is a big test. And yeah, the Giants sit in the 8, just in the 8. And yeah, this is definitely a must win for them. I mean, yeah, they are definitely a better team than what they are now. They definitely had the many losses prior to this, so yeah, they definitely want to win back, and they are playing back at home. Yeah, Port, yeah, I think they will put in a fight this game. It's gonna be really interesting to watch, but I think the Giants get over the line in this game, and yeah, it will be a close one, I reckon. I definitely think it will be a close game. I am tipping the Giants to get this win by 17 points. And I am rating this game an 86. And just like that, that is my round 14 tips done and dusted. It's going to be a really interesting round to watch. There's not many games on the Just the 6, but yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how the ladder shapes up. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.